GDC 2016, there was a talk given by Valve employees Scott Dalton and Pierre-Loup Graffet over the Steam controller and the benefits of fully implementing it in games. Going over the many features and possible implementations of the controller was one of the major talking points throughout the evening. However, near the end, Graffet added a small note about a future hardware revision.
One other thing I wanted to mention is we are working on a hardware revision to the controller to, improve look and feel, but we're pretty happy with the feature set we have now and do not intend to drastically change it or even change it at all. So you can safely implement what we have now and you won't have to do that work again whenever we release the revision because it will be fully compatible. Maybe we'll throw in extra small features here and there, but the controller's not gonna grow a new touchpad or a new set of buttons or a new major feature, so it should be a pretty safe bet for the future.
Valve made sure to stress its compatibility, as trying to get third-party game developers to create games for the controller is very important for its continued usage, and some companies are embracing it. About 2 weeks ago, Namco Bandai allowed a Steam controller bundle to be sold on Steam with Dark Souls 3, and very recently on the Dark Souls 3 subreddit, Grafis himself stated that Valve will be posting a video tutorial on the official configuration for third-party games. Dark Souls 3 in this case. It is very nice to see Valve employees vocal on social media in regards to anything as of late, and we have seen many people become vocal on either Reddit and Twitter. For example, earlier in the week, Valve sent an email out to a large number of Team Fortress 2 community creators, explaining their new way of releasing TF2 community updates, allowing transparency with the developers and allowing any person wanting to participate in an update to do so. Now, I've gone in full detail on this new development subject on my last video. However, the gist of it is a group of people come together with an idea and create content around it to get the community interested. Then make as much noise as possible so that Valve takes notes, and if they do, they will put a blog post on the TF2 blog, and in this blog post will be a call to action for all community members to make content for this idea, along with a deadline for all submissions. Once the deadline is reached, Valve puts what they want into an update and ship it out. Now, even though the system might be abused in the future, creating more Team Fortress 2 community updates and content in general is always a good thing for the TF2 community, and pushing for more community-made content right now makes sense, as most of Valve is busy with the many new projects, such as new games and SteamOS Big Picture and VR. In fact, a few days ago, Valve artist Jay Pinkerton made a tweet in response to a question of the Team Fortress 2 comic number 6, to which he replied, "Apologies, we've been really busy getting ready for the Vive launch." And this is true. Over the last few months, Valve had to have been in crunch mode, with finishing the Vive and the VR demonstration game, The Lab. Now that the Vive is finally here, some employees will probably move to other projects, but I do foresee VR developments to continue, especially with the much larger Vive install base than previously predicted. And it does seem Valve and HTC had sold more headsets than originally predicted, as shipping has seemed to be a bit bumpy. HTC released an update on the issue stating that no shipments have been late. However, it seems that HTC has been having a tough time with all the shipments, and according to the community, HTC has messed up more than a few times. Also, according to the community, one of the claims I made on a previous video, which unlike the report given by Jeep on the Voices of VR podcast,
so in the lab shipping, we have 6 different photogrammetry locations.
Only 4 are included. The extra 2 that we did not know about were hidden in plain sight. Moving the speaker wire away from the postcards and to the physical valve actually unlocks a photogrammetric recreation of Valve's original Lighthouse testing room. Now, there is a little thing to do with it. Small marbles will pop out of the Lighthouse QR codes, and you'll be able to smack them away. There is a computer in the room and one of the original HTC Vive prototypes on the floor, and this is actually another secret in itself, as picking up the virtual prototype and placing it near your head will actually unlock a second Valve testing room. This is the second publicly known testing room that was later shown in the very first example of photogrammetry that Valve talked about a couple of years ago. Now, in this room are quite a few secrets, and also Atlas from Portal 2. There is a blinking fire alarm listed as VR alarm, and breaking the glass and pulling the lever will cause some of the ceiling panels to retract, and balloons will fall out. You can pop the balloons with your controllers, and it's just a little game you can play. However, another secret was found in this room. If the player were to move over to this end of the room and poke your head through the wall, just move your headset farther than the wall is located, and you'll see some aperture science panels. Now, as of right now, there seems to be absolutely no purpose to them, and you can't see them without clipping yourself through the wall. So, what's the point? It's completely unknown, and it's actually kind of interesting to think about. However, we probably have found all of the secrets hidden within Valve's new game, The Lab. I would love to find out that there is more hidden, especially if it's hidden in plain sight, as it's very surprising to see something that you're looking at all the time, but you didn't realize it did anything. Lastly, Valve has confirmed the next Counter-Strike Global Offensive Major, taking place from the 5th to the 10th of July at the ESL 1 Cologne in Germany, with the top 8 teams from the Columbus Major facing against 8 teams that will be chosen in a LAN qualifier later in the year. And the teams will be competing for a prize out of a $1 million prize pool. But anyways, that was all the stuff that happened with Valve over the last week. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike this video, feel free to tell me or hit the dislike button. If you have anything you think I should do to be able to improve these videos, feel free to tell me either in the comment section below or in an email. My email is always the first link in the description below. If you want to be able to support these videos, as you know, they do cost a bit of money, feel free to support the Patreon. Link to that is also down in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Tyler McVicker. This is Valve News Network. Have a good day. Adios.